Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on the new carrier, the Independencia. This one is going to be a pretty short one, but I did just notice something on the Devblog, and I feel like this is a very important change and it needs to be addressed to everyone who is looking forward to this specific ship. So when I was checking the Devblog again this morning, talking to some friends, we noticed that in the Devblog, there has been a single line added to there as a fine print on the Independencia's information. Let me go over to the next slide. As you can see there, on the very bottom of the image, it says today's date, the 28th of October. Added clarification for torpedo bombers that starting amount of aircraft on deck is 5, but the maximum is 16. So what does this mean? If we look at the torpedo bomber tab, you'll see that there is a second bulletin right underneath the aircraft on deck. Starting amount of aircraft is 5. Right from the beginning of the match, you will only have 5 torpedo bombers on deck and available to be used. This means that you're basically forced to use your tactical squadron, and which further pushes for the gameplay loop of use your tactical squadrons at the beginning of the match to build up your gauge to get the combat instructions going. And once you finish your 2 tactical squadron flights, and hopefully you do get your activation on that consumable, the torpedo bombers will be regenerating fairly quickly, and you're able to at least start out with about maybe 10 or 11 at that stage. And even still, you should probably pre-dropping or sending one attack squadron back to reserves, or you can continue on with the gameplay loop of just using your tactical squadrons to get another combat instructions activated. So as you can see there on the left, pretty much just pointed out that it's maximum reserve 16, and it can be improved. The reserve count, that's all we know for now. It can be improved with the usual flight mod in the 5th upgrade slot, so 5% prep time and 2 planes on deck. So 16 planes will turn into 18, but starting amount of planes on deck, I feel like that's not going to be affected. It will be a unique type of coding if it is going to be improved. So I feel like even still, starting planes will be 5 regardless of the upgrade, but we'll see. I mean, this is obviously a balancing factor. So if anything, even though these torpedoes are insane, you drop 8 torpedoes that deal 5.4k alpha damage. Total alpha is 43k with 1 strike. It's understandable why they're trying to hold back and limit the capabilities of this ship right from the beginning of the match, because flying with 12 planes of this is going to be pretty insane. But the second thing that we have to keep in mind is because they're adding this huge downside, a limiting factor to the carrier's potential, what are the possibilities of a nerf coming in the future? I don't think that there's going to be a nerf on this specific carrier. What do we have so far? We have steel carriers, Shinano FDR. We have coal carriers, Malta and Immelman. We have a Research Bureau carrier, which is Ocean. What if this carrier is just purely cash grab, kind of like how the Sibir was? Sibir is the Tier 10 Soviet battleship that has the funny secondaries and the combat instructions. But this carrier is leaning more towards it's just a purely cash grab. And if that's the case, the chances of the nerf being significant on this carrier, especially with this added bulletin on this Devblog, I don't think there's going to be a nerf on this thing anytime soon. And if there is, it will most likely be with the torpedo squadron or with the combat instructions. That's the only possibility that I can really see this carrier getting nerfed, and there's the specific areas that it will get nerfed, but that is up to Wargaming to decide how this carrier goes through testing phase. We still don't even have her on the live server yet, so who knows? We'll see. But anyways, yeah, I just want to let you guys know that. Short video for today, 5 minutes or so, and see you guys in the next one. If we hear any more news, I'll be able to let you guys know. And looking forward to this carrier right now. We'll see how things will play out. See you guys in the next one. Peace.